GA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Baltimore Ravens.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check three.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Cougar 19. Alert 3.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Mike 41.
They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Hey, check that. Street.
Here's Eason to throw. He's got Burton here. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Now Eason into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Tyquan Lewis makes a stop.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Mike, check, 59.
From the gun, Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's our time. Under 10.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. but how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield, and be able to get him in the second round? That's what I call a steal.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Julian Okwara able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return, it's Rodgers. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because
and the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. They find some open field here. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Shift.
Throwing after the interception. Eason. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Shift. 19 Tiger.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Set. Tempo. Set. Let's go.
Eason.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Mike 20, Mike 20. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
On first down, Taylor. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Marlon Humphrey on the tackle. A gain of 9.
Mike 20.
Brings up 2nd and
On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Come on, D.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike 40. Mike 40.
Go street.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
at their own 25-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LREs. Distinctive destinations all I
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
59's Mike. 59.
Check Mike. Check Mike.
Mike's middle.
5-9.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check curls.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to launch this thing way downfield and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Devin Duvernay, incomplete.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Now, fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
Let's go now. Viking 18.
Now let's go.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
First and 10, Eason. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Slam, slam, slam. Watch the ship.
18, Pioneer.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Out, 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 out.
Now a give to Taylor. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 31. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Throwing is Eason. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
You remember me. Let's go, baby.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Mustang 19.
Play action. It's Eason. Complete to Hilton. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
48's the mic. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Hustle, hustle, hustle.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Colts 21, Ravens 7. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? On first down, Jacob Eason. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down.
They're running it.
Hey, we're going Mike 40, Mike 40.
Bring it.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here. A very eventful divisional round weekend. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Patrick Queen on the tackle. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Right there. All day, baby.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Eason sets to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Blankenship's kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's going to be a long... Let's get a shot! Shot! 58, boys, 58. Ready! Shot! Ricky. Go. 58.
Throwing again. Jackson.
Here we go.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Buying time to his left. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yardage on 1st and 2nd down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
41 Mike.
Dragon 60.
Here, 41 Mike.
I'm trying to collect. Hurt.
41. We've got to wedge that, huh?
Ready? 41.
Taylor.
Got him.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
At the 36-yard line.
Ready.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Tighten up. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Hawk 70.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. Hey, let's get off the field, D.
Now Taylor. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now a timeout.
The tackle made by
7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got his man, it's Andrews. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Mike the 59.
You're trapped.
From the gun, Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9". I'm coming after you.
You at X.
Jackson will throw again.
59.
Coming to you.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Give the sack to Kemoko Turay.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
49, check 49, check 49.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
180!
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Flushed out. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Check.
70 Lion. Watch that.
Again, it's Taylor, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
wide, get wide. Go, Rig, go. Crunch.
Running left, Taylor. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
And a Colts first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
65. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go. I'm coming. Easy. Check 24. Check 24.
Here's Hines on the toss play. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Jam.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Okay, break. 41's the mic. Check 41.
It's just me and you. 41 mic, right here, 41 mic.
Watch QB drop.
Now it's Hines. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 75 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game.
Makes the score Colts 37, Ravens 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Check, check, check.
First and 10, Taylor now. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right, tight on the right. 3 down. He's coming. Hey,
Smash Bronco.
he's coming. Double up. Watch twist.
They run once more with Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down.
70 Lion.
It's our time. It's our time.
Street.
Check 99. Kill.
Cougar 19.
Under crunch.
On the handoff, Taylor. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Being chased out left. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And from their own end zone, it's a fake, and he's going to let it go deep. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it. And the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Mike 20. Hey, get in the weight room.
They run again with Hines. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 38 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game, now his second TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Returning it, Justice Hill. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. On first and 10, it's Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. And that'll bring up second down. To throw again, Jackson.
He's not going to get me.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage. You'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Forced out to his left. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Check nickel. Hey, middle.
And Jackson throwing once more. And Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Well, this has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Making an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. They'll look to run with Ingram. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. They'll try and run with Ingram. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hines. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line.
Here we go.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion.
He don't want it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown.
T.Y. Hilton.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
Extra point.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
The dangerous Hill now to return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
He wants the mic.
You got
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
And 11 at the 44-yard line.
And they will take a knee here. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Eason on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
Well, the Colts will play again next weekend. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long.
Ravens 22.